incremental readings. Let's continue the Supermemo course, the Pleasurable expansion. Now it's turn for dismissing elements. One of the, I could say, common operations, depending how you use Supermemo, will be dismissing elements.
Well, it's just your daily queue of repetitions. So now we have this and we have dismissed it, which means it will not appear in our daily learning routine. Okay.
So dismissing is converting an element, is changing. So in other words, first the action of dismissing is changing the state of the element to a dismissed state. But what means that an element is dismissed? Means that it's ignored. So you're not deleting the contents, it's still there, but you remember on the learning flow, when you click on learn and learn, it will never show up. It's being ignored. If you use Anki, it's the equivalent of being suspended. The difference is that in Anki, suspended, it's a toggle. You can unsuspend and like nothing happened. There will be the next interval, it will be outstanding, do, and all of that. In Supermemo, it's not a toggle per se. You can undismiss, but there's a lot of miscellaneous. It doesn't go to the same place. It won't have other, as we have seen, element parameters. Some parameters will be changed. It's not the same as a toggle, that, hey, nothing happened. Yes, it did. It happened. Cool.
Okay. So, I do not really want this to be just dismissed. So what am I going to do? The problem here is if I look for Melanie Barrett inside my... Is it Burnett? Also, okay. I'm looking for Melanie. If you only dismissed the element, it's still...
Exactly. Why dismiss elements appear in the search? Because it's in your collection, hasn't been deleted.
Gonna appear in your...
And it is on yellow color. And this is everything. You know that folders are already dismissed. If you create a folder right away, it will be dismissed. Concepts, depending how you create concepts, most of the time, they will be dismissed by default. But you can dismiss topics, items, any element type can be dismissed.
Your queue. If your element is empty, and what am I going to do? Control Shift Enter.
That's a different thing of the applying done that we will see later in incremental reading. Then let me extend on what means to dismiss. So I will click Dance Repetition. This shows up. This is an item. Then I have done some repetitions. This was scheduled September 6th, a few weeks ago. Nice. Then I want to keep this. This is what is the reason behind the necessity of consistency in the time to benefit from our body's anticipation functions related to the biological clock. Because the biological clock may not be ready for food digestion at varying times. Okay, so let's say that I don't want to have this in my learning, but I want to have this just in case. I don't want to delete it, but I don't want to do the repetitions of that. So, Control D, and it says, ignore the element in learning. Yes, please. Then this message says, warning, dismissing childless element. Why? Because exactly there's no children. Because Supermemo is expecting the user to dismiss an element as a folder. And a folder contains something, there's children. This is childless, meaning, hey, this is empty. It's not a folder. This is a leaf. It's just a dismissed element. In this case, by the way, it's an item. So it's not a topic. It cannot be a folder. But you get my point. That's all for now, and see you in the next video.